Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. I'm Deidre and I'm so excited you're here. If you're new here, welcome. I'm all about sharing easy makeup tips on real skin, and today we're getting into our everyday makeup routine that's good for any occasion. So whether you're rushing out the door or you just need a fresh face for the day, this is for you. Let's grab our brushes and let's get into it. First, we're going to be starting with the Rhode Glazing Milk. I use this stuff every time I do my makeup. It really just gives that glow from within, and I'm just obsessed with it. Now using the Lancome Génifique Serum. I think that's how you pronounce it. This is a water-based product, so it's going to really plump the skin and just add that water moisture back. Moisturizer today, I'm going to use the Kiehls Ultra Facial Cream. This stuff is great for the winter. It has saved my skin along with the body moisturizer too. As you can see, I suffer from really bad eczema. I'm very educated on my moisturizers. And the skin's already feeling so much better. For my lips today, I'm using the Summer Fridays Iced Coffee Lip Butter. So this is actually a new product. This is the Dibs Love Beam Perfector. And I haven't actually tried it, but it's basically supposed to blur and add glow. So I'm just gonna use a little bit on the high points of my face to add some glow underneath the foundation. And again, this is gonna give that like no makeup glow, so we don't have to like pack on highlighter, because the more powders you use, the more it's really gonna not only look like makeup, but it's gonna feel like makeup. So skin prep is key. For our foundation today, I'm using the Tower 28 Tinted Moisturizer. This is the shade 25 Ocean Park, but I'm currently doing no tan January, so it is a little bit dark for me. So I'm just going to add this Nars concealer, and this is just gonna really lighten that up for me. So I add it on my skin to the side so I don't mix it on this applicator, and then I'll just take my finger and mix it all together. That way I can kind of see what color I've created, and it's still a little dark, so I'm gonna add a little more concealer. I'm just gonna tap this around before, just add a little bit more, and that feels better to me. And then I'm gonna use my BK Beauty 106 brush and just pat everything in. For concealer today, we're using the Hourglass Concealer, and I'm just gonna take this all over my under eye. My eyelids are really dry too, so ignore that. They're gonna be a little flaky. I just use my foundation brush to buff the edges of everything. I feel like it's quicker. This is when you really have to trust the process. And now I'm using this one size beauty blender thing. And I'm just really patting everywhere to make sure nothing's sitting on the surface of my skin. Everything's really packed in, pushed in. Now using the Rare Beauty Bronzing Stick in Happy Soul and the Milk Sculpt Stick in Toasted. So when you see them next to each other, you can see that Milk is a lot cooler and the Rare Beauty is a lot warmer. We're going to use the Milk as our contour to give more definition and shadow. And then we're going to take the Rare Beauty Bronzing Stick and just go everywhere we would bronze, without using too much, because obviously when you're lighter, you gotta be more light-handed on your bronzer. Using the Makeup by Mario F4 brush, I'm just gonna pat everything in and get it all blended to perfection. then for the nose, I just kind of swipe, but I'm not as perfectionist with my placement and my blending. I really just want to add color so I don't look like white in the center of my face. Now I'm going to be using two different blushes, Bliss by Rare Beauty and Not Too Much by Patrick Ta. I love these separate together. These are my top two everyday blushes. So first, using the Rare Beauty and Bliss, we're going to place that a little bit higher on the cheek, kind of as like a mid-tone blush, and then we're going to add dots through the center of the face. Then using the smaller side of the Makeup by Mario F4, we're just going to do the same thing and just top everything. Now I'm going to take the cream in the Patrick Ta, and we're going to focus that more on the actual cheek. And we're going to be kind of heavy-handed with this because we want it to show up through our powder. And then with my beauty blender again, I'm just going to blend out the edges so they're not as intense. Okay, now we're ready to powder. So I'm using the Makeup by Mario powder. This is in the shade 2 Neutral Light. And I'm using my Makeup by Mario puff that I flipped over. I'm taking a good amount, patting it on the back of my hand so I don't have too much, and then just pressing it into the skin. Again, the more powder you use, the more it's gonna look like you're wearing makeup, so just be aware of that. And depending on your skin type, you'll want to use more powder, less powder. You kind of have to figure out your skin and what's gonna work best for you. But I'm doing this side just so y'all can see the difference in my skin. So this is with the Makeup by Mario powder. Very blurred, very natural, very soft. And this is without the powder. You can see more of the shadows in my smile line and my under eye. You can see pores. Okay, now that we've set everything, we're going back in with this Rare Beauty blush. I'm just going to use a little bit on the back of my hand. And then I'm going to tap my brush. And this is just going to add a little bit of that glow back. And I always do that before I set my face, because if your face is damp and you try to do that, it's going to pick up everything you just placed and literally ruin your makeup. So don't do that. By the way, I'm using the Makeup by Mario setting spray. I love this setting spray. It's so good. Now I'm just going to take a Q-tip and wash my brows off. I've been liking more of a natural brow vibe. I'm going to take the Rare Beauty brow gel. First, just brush it through these front ones. Make sure they're going up, but I'm not going to fully push them and laminate them to my skin because I want them to look super natural and fluffy. And then since these are so long, I'm just gonna lean them kind of. Using my Makeup by Mario powder brush, I'm going into this Dior highlighter palette. I'm using the pink shade, and I'm just laying that right on top of my blush here. And then I'm gonna take the bigger side and go into the more gold and just add a little bit of that everywhere else. And for lips, we're going to be using the Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude Lip Liner and the Lawless Forget the Filler Lip Gloss. This is their new shade, Velvet Daisy. And you know this is loved because it's tiny. Okay, y'all, so this is the finished makeup routine. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you can take a little bit of inspiration from this video for your everyday makeup routine. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe too if you want to see more of my beauty content. I'd love to hear your thoughts or see your recreations, so make sure to comment below and tag me on social media. Until next time, stay beautiful and kind. See you in the next video.